Hello, welcome to Dialogue with Deirdra. I'm Deirdra, your Master Life Coach. What is that, you may ask? A life coach is that person that you may need to help you get to where you want to go because you don't have a clear picture. You have not asked yourself the correct questions. What makes me a master coach is because I have certifications in many areas. I have certifications in group coaching, which is my specialty. I love working with groups, especially with young people. In this time of COVID and school being out and things happening the way they're happening, I'm looking into doing Zoom coaching with groups online as well. Also, I am a relationship coach, meaning I have certifications in relationships. That could be love relationships, family relationships, team building exercises with your professional co-workers. There are so many disciplines that I've taken and I've become certified in as a life coach, which brings me to what we'll be talking about today and whom we'll be talking to. Today I have two guests with me. I have Zavion Banks, 13-year-old, and I have Deirdra Frierson, who's an 11-year-old. By the way, they both happen to be my granddaughters, and we have been doing some coaching exercises. And through that, my grandchildren have found out some things about themselves that they necessarily hadn't discovered before. So starting with Zavion, we're going to ask, are you familiar with or remember those exercises that we went through?
Yes, I am.
Tell us about it.
Well, one of the exercises I really liked is you had us call our parents and we asked questions about ourselves that we really wouldn't ask ourselves normally.
Okay, well, let's take it back a little bit. We had a discussion and we were talking about life's purpose, and that's another one of my certifications as a life purpose coach, helping you find your purpose and what that may be in life and what it entails and how to get there. And when talking to Zavion, she found out how life's purpose was
being a professional singer and performer.
Being a professional singer and performer. Now, Deirdra, when we talk to you, Deidra's 11, so we're not expecting these young people to know that they're going to be whatever it is tomorrow. We're just getting them prepared and getting them ready to deal with what they may have to deal with and reaching their goals. And that was the next part of this, and that was some goal setting. So Deirdra, what did you come up with?
I came up with being a dancer.
Deirdra wants to be a dancer. Let me ask you something about that, Deirdra. Are you doing anything in your life now that may suggest you should be a dancer?
Yes.
What is that?
I'm on TikTok.
You're on TikTok. Okay, everybody knows what TikTok is, and believe it or not, I see some really creative work there. So Deirdra does a lot of that. But what else do you do offline in the physical that has anything to do with any kind of dance?
Well, practice, watch YouTube, and all the other stuff that helps.
But you do something yourself. Don't you cheer?
Yes, I also cheer too.
You cheer? Does that help you with any dancing skills?
Yes.
How? Tell us how. Because there may be some young lady out there wondering what does she need to do to become a cheerleader. She needs to set goals to become a cheerleader. What would you tell her?
You will need to be athletic.
Athletic.
And be a gymnast.
And be a gymnast. Now, so if they need to be athletic and a gymnast to become a cheerleader, there's certain things they have to do to get to each of those steps, correct?
Yes.
So when you did the exercises, you do the same exercise that Zavion did as far as calling your parents, asking them about what they thought you did best?
Yes.
And what was that conversation like? And who did you talk to?
I talked to my mom and my dad.
You talked to your mom and your dad. So what did your dad have to say?
He had to say that I did good at dancing, cheering, and being helpful.
you're very good at being helpful, and you can help others. So you're good at dancing and cheering. So we're going to go back to Zavian. When you came across, because you went a lot further than I thought you would go. So tell me about your journey to where you are now as to where you were when you started. When you started on realizing what your life purpose was, what was that like?
I knew what I wanted to do mostly, but I didn't know what I wanted to do or how I was going to do it to get there.
So you had this idea, but you had no way of knowing how you were going to do it, what you needed to do. So since the coaching, what happened?
I been more sure of what I wanted to do, and I have been researching on how I could do it. And right now, I really know what how I'm going to do it and how far I'm going to get there.
Okay, so when you say you already know how you're going to do it, I want you to say complete sentences for me. I want you to say, I know how I'm going to what?
Become a professional singer and performer.
Zavian knows how she is going to become a professional singer and performer. And how is that going to happen? What did you research and come up with? What did you set for yourself?
First, I looked into all arts high schools in my district, and then I researched the colleges. But first, I realized that I should be focusing on the high school right now and my grades, so I could get to that college.
Okay.
My dream school is going to Juilliard in New York.
And that's a dream that can very well become a reality because you've already decided. And you backtrack. You a lot of us set goals all the way up here and we forgetting right in here. So you came back from college, you're like, wait a minute, I gotta get through high school first. So which high school is gonna get me to that college that I wanna get to, which is Juilliard? You already know where you wanna go. Most people way past your age, I didn't even know where I wanted to go till I sat in this seat and decided that this is my life purpose right here. So that's a wonderful thing. So in your findings, is there anything else that you could share with girls your age? Tell them. Girls your age, what would you tell them to do about what they want to become?
I think it's never too late to set goals for yourself, and it's never too late to be who you want to be and work hard for what you believe in. Like, nobody can tell you what you can and cannot do. If you set your mind to it and you work hard, you can achieve that goal.
I believe that. So now that you've done the work that you've done, you carved out your life purpose, you know what you want to do, are there any other goals that you may need to set?
Yes, definitely. But I'm just working on taking one step at a time and seeing where it goes from here.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the best response that a coach can ask for from a coachee. Because a lot of us, we take goals and we start way past where we need to start. And we get flustered and frustrated. And that's when we believe that we defeated and we can't do it. Instead of taking little chunks at a time as they apply to who we are in our life. We can't get to the finish line without taking steps to get there. Unless any of us have wings, which I've yet to wake up and find that I had. I believe I can fly, but I don't have the wings. So the way we fly is by going goal by goal, and that's what you talked about, Zavian, step by step. Now, Deirdra, for a young lady 11 years old, you're probably not even thinking about high school right now, or are you?
No.
No. What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about the college I want to
Oh,
go to.
you're not thinking about high school, but you're thinking about the college. Okay. At some point, do you think you're going to have to come back, though, and get through high school? Because in order to get to certain colleges, we got to make sure we go to the right high school, get the right grades, and no matter what high school we go to. in front of us, I don't know if you guys have noticed what I have here is a vision board. And I've asked my guests here that they start to work on their vision board. At the age that they are now, the vision board would be wonderful to help you take those steps you want to take. Now, my vision board is a lot bigger than some, more detailed than others. It's actually in 9 quadrants. We're not going to talk about all 9 quadrants today, but I think I'm going to take the quadrant family, which is right here with my sisters, my grandchildren, my aunt, my mom, my dad, my children, and it talks about having that brighter alliance. An alliance is people around you. And that's the one thing we got to make sure of, that we have the right people around us to make sure that those goals that we set will not be hampered, will not be destroyed, that they can help bring light to the goals we set. And that's what your parents are for, your aunties are for, your godparents. That's what we should be there for, to help shed light on what your dreams are. I also have several activities that I ask that my clients do that come on board with me, because coaching is all about me being there to help you get to where you say you want to go. It's not my advice. It's not even my guidance. It's simply my coaching, because we don't always ask ourselves the proper questions, because sometimes we're afraid that the answers we get, it may not culminate with how we think, because sometimes we can be lazy. Goal setting is about not being lazy. It's about setting a goal, achieving the goal, and then getting ready for that next goal. So we should have a series of goals. And I have several workbooks that I work with my different clients. And I worked with the Purpose Driven when I worked with Zavian and Yaira about discovering your purpose. And when you discover your purpose, you embark on a journey inside yourself, because it's all about self. You know, people say you're selfish and you're this and that. You have to become selfish to get what you need to get out of you. Nobody, and you said that. You said nobody can do it for you but you. So as you discover your purpose in life, you're embarking on a journey inside yourself to discover what your purpose is. And it takes a lot. You don't just wake up one day and just decide that your purpose in life is boom. Some people maybe. And it didn't just happen. There's been a series of things. But then even when you discover what that purpose is, you find that there's a work to do. So how much research would you say you've done so far, Zavian?
There's points when I spend up to like 2 hours a day. If I really dig deep enough into each thing I want to do or place I want to go. Right. It's all about how bad you want it, really. How much work you put into it and how much effort you show.
Effort. That word is powerful, because you say you spend maybe 2 hours a day, and I'm a witness. I've seen her do this. So what I see you doing is you take the goals that you already have, the research that you've already done, and then you like slice it like a pie. You'll take this piece and say, well, I need to do this, and then I need to do that. That takes a lot of consciousness and self-thought. You have to think about yourself a lot, because we could spend time doing so many things other than work on ourselves. You can ignite, and it ignited your passions, your passion for performing. It just, there was a spark, because you start to discover things that you hadn't questioned before. What about you, Yaira? I know you don't spend 2 hours a day. Again, you're still growing, you both are, but you're still learning what it is to even embrace yourself. Or do you know what that means at your age? What does that mean? Do you know?
No.
You don't know what that means to embrace yourself? Let me see. Do you know what it means to love yourself?
Yes.
Yes. I saw that smile when you said that. Tell me, what does it mean to you to love yourself?
To love yourself means so that you know that you're beautiful. You can do anything you want in life.
You can do anything you want in life. You're beautiful.
Trust yourself.
Trust yourself. That's a good one. So you're loyal to yourself.
Loyal.
Loyal. So you do know what it means to have self-care and care for yourself. So you understand what it means when I say you need to do what you believe in, what you're empowered to do.
Yeah.
And then when you know what you believe in and you know what your power, you're very powerful for yourself. And a lot of people, girls your age, don't realize that. Let me ask you something now. In the midst of all the COVID-19, you guys have had to change your lives overnight, literally. So I want you to tell me, Zavian, what has it been like going to school the way you had? Tell me how you've been going to school. I'm going to act like I don't know anything. You fill me in. Tell me.
Well, we've been doing online school, and I don't really like it.
You don't like online school?
No. I like being present when it's come to learning, and I like to kind of experience and be there with other people. I'm a very sociable person, and I just feel like school isn't the same without, engaging with my teachers and my classmates. And it's like, it's fun when you have other people to learn with. And when I do school online, it's just like, I'm retaining the learning, but I'm not really having fun. It's kind of like a chore.
That interaction.
Yeah.
And like, oh boy, I gotta go to school. Let me
Yeah.
get to my computer. Let
Yeah.
me have my cereal and get to my computer.
Yeah, because usually I'll be excited to go to school. Wake up 6 o'clock in the morning, get ready, and I have a smile on my face all the time. Because I love school, and it's just like, online school just makes me
like something you have to do.
Yeah.
Get done. What about you, Yaira? How do you feel about online school versus the brick and mortar school?
I think I'm more focused.
Oh, you're more focused. Tell us what you mean, because there are a lot of young children your age that are not focused and they don't even realize it. Tell them what that means to you.
That means that there's nobody next to me that I can't focus to.
In other words, there's no one else's business you're trying to get into or look to see what's happening, or
Yes, like being nosy.
because would you say you're a nosy kind of student with the other classmates?
Yes, it gets very loud sometimes because we're in open space at school, so like it's very loud.
It's very loud. So it takes your focus off learning. So you find that the online schooling keeps you focused because there's nothing else around you. So would you like to continue school online?
I mean, it depends.
Like some online and some brick and mortar?
I don't know about that, but I know that I can work online better than in school.
So you work online better than in school. So school will be opening soon, perhaps sooner than we would want it to. What kind of help would I be able to give you as a coach to help you be more focused? Like, what goal would you want to set when you go back into the school building so you can remain focused? Because you are doing a lot better in online schooling. So once school opens back up, we need to keep you focused. So how can we help you do that?
To like go to another classroom and so they won't be contained by a lot of noise.
So put you in a class by yourself?
Yes.
Well, that's not going to happen. So I need you to think, now this is a goal I'm going to give to you. I want you to think of 3 things that you need to do differently and better than you did when you were in school before, when it opens back up, that will help improve your grades. Did you understand what I just asked? Was that too much? For you to write down 3 things that you would do differently and better to help increase your learning once school opens back up, that you did not do before it closed down. You got that? So that's an assignment I want. And then from there, we could set goals as to how you can make that happen. Understand? We understand that? So, and you, Zavion, now that we know that you like the brick and mortar school better, has it hindered your learning online, or has it kept it steady, or?
I guess it kind of, but it's just
Kind of what? Hindered it or made
Yeah.
it better?
a little bit of both.
Well, probably hindered it socially. Is that what
Yeah.
you? But I'm talking about your learning for you. Your learning. Has it improved it?
Mostly it just feels like I'm reading something and taking a test. It doesn't really feel like I'm retaining any knowledge. Like I'm not
Wow.
really keeping it in my brain. Like I remember it sometimes, but I feel like I'm not gonna remember it later on, like a few months from now.
Okay, I think I understand what you're saying, and we've got 2 young ladies here that learn differently. Your environments mean a lot to your learning, so that's something to keep in mind as you go forward with setting your goals. What environment works for you the best, so you could do what you need to do for you, so you can get where you need to go. This all sounds real selfish, doesn't it? Because we're just talking about you. Well, that's what the coaching experience is. That's what life coaching is about. It's to help you do better in all areas. And it's not selfish when you talk about relationship coaching, like your relationship with your brothers. You know, how can you make that work better? Especially since everybody's home now all day. I mean, that's what relationship coaching is for. It's like, what direction do you want to go? Set a goal for yourself with your siblings. Like, I will not fight with my baby brother over this. Pick. Because you might not want to fight. You say, okay, I can live with not fighting with him over this, but if he touches this, it's a problem. So you set attainable goals. We talk about goals and setting goals. So what I want my granddaughters to do for their future, and what I want you to do for yours, is to begin looking at setting goals. We call goals setting SMART. And we call those goals that you set SMART goals. SMART goals include specific goals. Be sure of what you want and what you're doing. We're talking about measurable goals. Make sure there's something that you can really do, measurable, and when you could see the growth from them. And when we talk about the R, we talk about relevant. Make sure they're relevant to everything in your life, every part of you. I forgot the A, didn't I? Attainable. Make sure they can happen. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time measurable goals. There you go. There you have it. Thank you for joining Dialogue with Deirdra. This is Deirdra Elkerson saying, until next time, make sure you have the life that you want, that works best for you. Bye. See you next time.
To talk about something inside you need to get out. She's the one to help you cope. Deirdre's here for you, the life coach.
A life coach can help you transform your life. From helping to achieve personal and professional goals, face difficult situations, push past emotional barriers to improving productivity, living a fulfilling life, and much more. Help you explore what is blocking you. Help you identify what you want, your whys, and your hows. Help to keep you on track with your goals. Assisting you in turning your vision and dreams into reality. Help you find your path or purpose. Help you determine your perfect career. Promote you having a purpose and direction. Provide a fresh perspective and look at your life from a different angle. Help improve focus and promote motivation. Provide you with techniques and tools to achieve what you want out of life. Help you be more mindful about your beliefs and perspectives, which will assist you in adopting new understandings about how to reach your goal. Provide a sounding board and help you see issues in a new light. Push you to keep you motivated. Challenge you to reach new heights. Hold you accountable so you can push yourself forward. Ensure that you are making progress in your goals.